Welcome to another installment of Incoming Parent Perspective. This is a video series designed to educate and assist those who have loved ones joining us here at Arkansas Tech next fall. You play a major role in the success of your student, beginning now, and we need your partnership from today all the way through to graduation. We hope that through these video series, we will be able to help prepare you and your student for a seamless transition into life at Arkansas Tech University. Today, we're going to take some time to learn a little bit more about fraternity and sorority life here at Arkansas Tech. To talk us through this process, we welcome Sydney Blackwell, a senior here at ATU, and she's a proud sorority member. Thank you for being here, Sydney.
Thank you for having me, Kevin.
So, prior to coming to Arkansas Tech, what did you know about Greek life or going Greek or fraternities and sororities?
Honestly, I didn't know a lot about it in high school. No one in my high school really talked about that. It wasn't something that was on my radar until I got to Arkansas Tech. And, I saw girls wearing their sorority letters, and I went to all the events during Welcome Week, like the Involvement Fair, Meet the Greeks. And so I started talking to these women and learning more information about it, asking other people on campus what their thoughts on it were. And I heard nothing but positive things. They said it's a great way to get involved on campus, to meet friends. And that sounded great to me because I was an hour away from home. I didn't know a lot of people here, and I just thought it would be a great way for me to meet some people.
So coming in, no expectations. You didn't have a family member that was kind of saying, hey, I went, you need to be a part of fraternity and sorority life. Yeah, and so we have that at Arkansas Tech. We have a lot of students that are first-generation college students. So a lot of them come here and their parents don't have a college experience, or their guardians or aunts or uncles don't have a college experience to talk to them about. So fraternities and sororities, or Greek life as it's often called, is a foreign concept to them. So when you got here and you started to engage with the women in those groups and realized that was something that you wanted to do, did you have a conversation with folks back home about it? What were their thoughts? What was that conversation like?
Yeah, so I called my mom and dad, and I just told them, because before, whenever I first got there, I kind of mentioned it a little bit, and they were like, okay, yeah. And then whenever I was ready to sign up and make that commitment, I went ahead and called them and said, this is what I want to do. And neither of my parents had ever had any experience with Greek life before. My mom didn't join a sorority when she was in college. And so they were kind of hesitant. They were like, okay, well, tell us more about it. And I believe that their perspectives was just what you see in movies and TV shows. They thought it was going to be parties and crazy stuff. And they were like, we don't really know if we want you to go through with this. And I was like, listen, you have to trust me on this. It's not like that here. I said, I think this is going to be a great way for me to meet people and get involved. And I think it can open other doors for me. And so we had a conversation about it, and they were like, okay, yeah, if you want to give this a try, then we'll support you, and you can go ahead and try it, go through recruitment for it.
Sure, that is a stereotype that is hard to get past.
It is.
Fraternities and sororities are about parties and kind of a crazy college experience. It's not at any campuses, but here in particular. There's a backbone of service in all of our fraternities and sororities. Giving back is a huge part of that, and the personal and leadership development you gain from those experiences, those are skills that will prepare you for success in life, not just as a college student.
Definitely.
So you got here, you've met those folks, you've had the conversation with your parents that you want to do it, they're being supportive of it. What was the process like of going through recruitment, or formal recruitment as it's called in the sorority world?
Yeah, so I was a little bit nervous because this was all foreign to me. I didn't have any friends that I had talked to about it before. It was just kind of brand new. But some other girls that were in my dorm that I was living in, they were going through it. And so we all kind of just banded together and kind of leaned on each other during the process. But everything was laid out so perfectly. I never really ended up having questions because there was always someone there to answer it for me, someone there to tell me, this is what you need to do, this is what's going to happen. And so once I started the process, it wasn't really a mystery anymore. And so the first night, we kind of went in and they gave us a tour of Caraway, which is a sorority dorm here on campus. And we got to go to each sorority's area, look at their lounge, meet some girls. And then they kind of explained to us, what we were going to wear each night, how the whole process was going to work. And so that first official night going into round one, I felt very confident because everyone had prepared me. There were, they call them Gamma Chis, which are girls who have disaffiliated from their sorority that are kind of your recruitment counselors is what they're called now, to just guide you through the process. And they don't tell you what sorority that they're in, so you just have someone that's unbiased there to support you during the process. And so the first night, you just go into all 4 sororities. They have a room, and you just talk. And I love to talk, so this was like a dream come true for me. I just got to spend a whole night talking to different women and learning about the specific values of their sorority. And they just asked questions about me and what I wanted to get out of the experience. And so that was really reassuring to go to 4 different sororities that were all amazing, and I had great conversations in all of them. And so I was so excited to go back the next night and then the next night. And the next thing I know, it was bid day, and I got my bid to my sorority, and it was such a happy day. And my mom actually came to bid day.
Sure.
She knew how excited I was, and so she made the trip down, and she was able to be there whenever I ran out and ran home to my new sisters. And so that was really special that she was there for me.
It's a great day on our campus. Bid day is a lot of parents and aunts and uncles and folks come back in for bid day. Is great. Now the fraternity process is very similar, and I know that you went through the sorority process where it's a little bit more formalized each night, but that's the concept. Is we want our students, our incoming students, to learn about each different fraternity or each different sorority and make the best decision for them or who they want to be a part of. Our fraternities and our sororities are doing the same. They're trying to figure you out. They're not trying to change you, or they're not trying to see who fits in best with them. They're trying to see who you are as a person and how you would benefit from being a part of the organization, how the organization would benefit from you being a part of them. So it's very much a great process of just taking the time, whether the events be formal or informal, about learning about their values and who those people are. So it's a really cool process on the sorority side, but also on the fraternity side as well. So now, as you're finishing up, it's been a whirlwind, I'm sure, for the last 4 years being a part of that. What do you look back and see, like, this is what you gained from being a part of fraternity and sorority life?
Right. So obviously I gained some amazing friendships that I've had since the moment I got in all the way up until now. But I've also gained so much leadership experience, which is very important to me. And it started from just going for a small role in my sorority on like our little program council. And then the next thing I know, I was applying to be the vice president, and I got that role. And so those 2 things prepared me and opened doors for other things I've done on campus. They have helped me make connections with faculty members. They've given me so many different opportunities. And so I've just grown each year from what I started off my freshman year. And that's just so important to me.
Sure. That is another thing that we see on our campus is our fraternity and sorority members. They're not just part of those organizations. They are leaders throughout campus. They're leaders in the classroom. The academic achievement of our fraternity men and our sorority women is significant. They're all sitting above a 3.0. They have very high academic standards, but they're doing great in the classrooms, but they're in SGA, they're in Student Activities Board, they're in RHA, they're in the Pre-Vet Society, all these other clubs and organizations. You see these folks. So that's really encouraged. It's not just you're joining this organization and that's the only one that you're a part of for 4 years. It's more than that, right?
No, and most organizations, I believe, require you to be a part of a second organization. They don't want this to be the only thing you do on campus. They want you to go out and get involved in other places. And like you said about academics, I know most organizations have a certain amount of like study hours they might want you to get in the library. And at the end of the day, that's the first, like the most important thing for a lot of these organizations is your academics, because you're here to get an education. You obviously want to have fun and make the most of it while you're here, but that's the most important thing.
Sure. We often talk to our students about having things on their resume that make them different when they're in the job search process. This is one of those things that sets you apart, because you talked about the leadership, you talked about those things. But those are real life skills you're learning working with the group. You know, in some cases you got 75, 80 women in some of these organizations. Some men's organizations are 50, 60, 70, working together as a group and solving problems and conflicts and things like that. Those skills that you are going to be using throughout the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, we run like a small business sometimes. You have budgets, you have all these different positions that everyone has a role to play, and you have to learn these skills that are going to be able to be transferred into so many different career paths. And so it's nice to kind of see this on a smaller scale that prepares you for going into a larger field.
Sure. Working together, working with others and solving problems is what all of our jobs are. And you know, whatever field you're in, you have to work with other folks, and this really helps prepare that. Now, the other thing that really impresses me about our fraternities and sororities is the amount of time, money, and effort, an effort they give in giving back to the community, both on a national level and locally. Can you talk to a little bit about the involvement that you see from your group, but also just fraternity and sorority wide here on campus?
Yeah, so it all starts whenever I was going through the recruitment process. There's a night, especially in the sorority side of it, it's called Philanthropy Night. And each sorority on campus has a particular philanthropy that their organization is based around. And we were just able to learn about each of these organizations and what was most important to them and what their philanthropy did. And so that's like on a national level, but then a lot of them also have local philanthropies as well. And so that was something that was super important to me going through, was because I wanted to know that I was making a difference. And all organizations require you to get a specific number of community service hours a semester, and these can be done through so many different channels. And you know, I know most organizations set them for about 10 hours, but some people go way above and beyond that because there's so many opportunities. And most of the time around campus, whenever there needs to be some community service, they need a group, they often go to Greek Life because there's so many of us and they know that we're willing. And I absolutely love that. That's been one of my favorite parts, is giving back to the community, and people notice that. And I think it really helps break that negative stigma about Greek Life. Whenever they see you out there in your letters raking leaves or picking up trash or at the animal shelter, wherever you're at doing things for the community, they're like, wow, these kids really care.
Yeah, and they really do. And what I love about that is that's what we need in our communities going forward. Mm-hmm. These young adults will graduate and move on to different communities throughout Arkansas and throughout our area. And we need more active people in our communities, need how to understand how to make an impact, how to make change, how to do the right thing. And members of fraternities and sororities are often the ones that are taking these leadership roles, you know, the next stage in their life. And that's an awesome thing to help have things accomplished in a positive manner in your community. So for those who may be on the fence, we're talking to parents and guardians who have a loved one coming here. Some of them already are on the fence, or maybe they are already against it. What would you say to them about allowing their loved one to participate?
Just support them. That was the best thing that my parents did for me, was give me their support, because I'm super close to my parents and I wasn't going to do anything that I knew that they weren't comfortable with, but it was something I really, really wanted to do. And even though they were hesitant at first, they gave me their support. They said, go for it, you know, we'll do whatever you need us to do for you. And they did, and that's how I've been able to grow and flourish these last 4 years, is because I know my parents have my back. And you know, through the whole process, whenever I was thinking about going for these leadership positions, they were right there going, yes, you can do it. They're helping me with whatever I needed help with. And that was the best thing they could have done for me, because Greek Life at Tech is one of the best things. And I can say that because I've gone through 4 years of it. And it just opens up so many doors, and I don't know why you wouldn't want that for your student, for them to get leadership experience, for them. It also opens up networking opportunities. You know, you go out into the field and you talk to people and they realize you were a part of a Greek organization too. That might be the thing that sets them apart from a different candidate, because so many people know the value that it can add to your college experience and your professional experience. And so it will, you know, they'll make friends, not just with people within their own organization, but within the entire fraternity sorority life community. Yeah. You're friends with everybody. You have a constant support, and that's just the best thing that you can hope for your student while they're here at Tech.
Sure. It really maximizes your experience.
Absolutely.
And you get the most out of it. So as we get ready to get into the summer here, recruitment, you can sign up. Students can sign up for recruitment beginning around June 1st, or on June 1st. You can follow the ATU Greeks Twitter account. They'll have some stuff on there. Your student can follow that. You can look on the Greek Life webpage, but you can begin to register on June 1st, but then registration goes all the way up until the day before recruitment, or the week or so before recruitment starts, and you get a couple of weeks into the semester for that as well. That's the same for fraternities and sororities. The process is a little bit different, but you still need to sign up in advance. But starting those conversations now and doing your research about what it's like it could be very helpful down the road. So Sydney, we thank you for all that you've done here at Arkansas Tech, and thank you for joining us today and sharing your experience and providing a little bit more insight to our folks who've got loved ones coming in.
Of course.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you on our next video.